Okay, I'm Madison Mitchell, and this is my persuasive speech on if animal testing should be illegal. So, animal testing should be illegal because of the fact that it's inhumane, inaccurate, and there are many more alternative ways to get the desired data from animal testing. So, pain and suffering is something that these animals have to go through every single day that they are a part of this. Major corporations use this to test out their products and new chemicals to see how they'll react with humans. It causes millions of animal deaths per year. So my main points that I'll be talking about are the inhumaneness and cruelty of animal testing, and then the inaccuracy of the actual testing on the animals, and then some alternative ways that you could get the desired results. So for the cruelty, this is a topic that either you're interested in or you choose to ignore it because of the cruelty of it. Animal testing is, according to the Inhumane Society, all procedures that these animals go through are classified as mild, but they have the potential to cause animals physical as well as mental distress. So this evidence helps bring to the attention that just because animals can't verbally express that they're in pain or that they're in distress doesn't take away from the fact that they're feeling these things, and it's just completely unethical to make these animals have to go through this torture. So the procedures that these animals go through, for example, are food and water deprivation, infliction of wounds, burns, and other injuries to study the healing process, forced chemical exposure and toxicity testing, skin injection surgical procedures followed by recovery. These are just a few of the torturous procedures these animals have to go through. This article also mentions the procedure endured by these animals to show the brutality of this business. So there's also many different species affected by animals. I know it's very easy to just think of like rats as being lab rats, but there's actually very common for it to be fish, rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, farm animals, birds, cats, small pigs, and non-human primates such as monkeys. This exemplifies the fact that it's not only lab rats that are affected. Like, you could look at your dog at home and you don't think about dogs like that, but they are being tested on and being brutalized in laboratories all around the world. So next is the ineffectiveness or the inaccuracy of animal testing. From the previous reasons mentioned, we can see that cruelty of these animals endure. In addition to that, animal testing has been proven very ineffective in lab studies. Many medications that have been developed using animals fail tremendously when applied to humans. One case of this is shown when investigators noted that their medical specialism of inflammatory disease, which includes diabetes, asthma, or arthritis, drugs developed using mice have to date had a 100% failure rate amongst humans, amongst 150 clinical trials. This study alone can show how different a human's biology is from an animal's, because a drug or chemical may affect them one way and a human a completely different way, or have no effect on one or the other. They're animals, they're not humans, they have different biology for a reason, so if we're looking for human results, why would we test on anything that's not human? In an NPR article discussing rats, it stated that rats and humans have been on their own evolutionary paths for tens of millions of years. We've developed our own unique features, and so have they. So this furthers the argument that animal testing is ineffective due to the difference between our biologies and theirs. Next will be the alternatives to animal testing. So in addition to the cruelty and the inaccuracy of it, there are many different alternatives that you could go to get different results. It's important for science that if humans want to eliminate animal testing, to find alternative ways to do that, to make sure that products still are safe for humans. Some ways to accomplish this, according to the Animal Rights Organization PETA, are sophisticated tests using human cells and tissues, also known as vitro methods, advanced computer modeling techniques, often referred to as silico models, and studies with human volunteers. These are great alternative and ethical ways to replace the need for animal testing. Testing on human cells will give accurate data to how it would react in humans who use the product. And allowing for human volunteers is a more ethical process because animals have no way of telling you that they don't want to participate, whereas a human who volunteers knows what they're getting themselves into. So there's no violation of any rights, basically. In conclusion, today I discussed the cruelty and brutality of animals who are tested on and what they face every day. I also spoke about the inaccuracy of results of scientists get from testing on animals. And then lastly, I reviewed some of the alternative methods of testing out new products on animals. Testing has been proven time and again that it is ineffective, therefore there should no longer be any practice of this brutal and inhumane form of science. There are many ways and other forms of science being developed to help aid the extinction of animal testing, so hopefully one day soon all animal testing labs will be shut down. Thank you for listening to my persuasive speech.